Alright guys, so here it is, the final canopy reveal. This video and the next video are going to be the final videos here.
Yeah.
We'll be filming the next one here because it's part of this as well, but we feel it's just going to be too long.
Yeah, and it deserves its own section because there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of nattering.
Yeah, a lot of jabbering that we always do. So all we basically want to do with this one is show you how far we got, what we got done while we're here for this house sit, what we achieved. Give you a quick walk around, show you how it's all set up.
Yep.
You can probably sort of put it together after watching all the videos anyway, but it's different. Like even for us seeing it now, this is the first time we've actually seen it all set up.
Fully set up, everything set up in one go.
And then the next video we'll have a sit down, have a chat about all the brands, why we used what we used, why we went down the routes we did.
Yeah.
But without further ado, here we go. So things we started, I'll go over every single thing we did, just so it makes the 6 months sort of feel like we actually achieved something. So we got that airbox done. I showed that, I think it was in the last video.
Yes.
So it's now running the GU Patrol aluminium airbox. You know, easy to get air filters, all that sort of stuff. No more hard to get stuff. We got our roof console done. So it's still got to be wrapped in the material, carpet. I haven't decided what we want to do on the roof yet, so that's why that's not done. But we've got 2 speakers, UHF, we've got USB outlets, media player, all that sort of stuff. So we do have music now. We got the aerial there, 6.6 DVI aerial. We got 360 watts of solar on the roof, soon to be 540. There will be another one going at the front here. And I'm going to put 2 pop-up roof hatches like above caravans, toilets and that. 2 of those in the middle. So that's another thing we haven't got done. The other thing we haven't got done is the hot water system, which will be going right here. This will be the hot water system. Ziggy sits in here beautifully. We got our 2 gas bottle holders. We got all the under tray boxes. This under tray box is mainly all my oils, grease gun, grease, all that icky, dirty, yucky stuff. We've got our new guards on. This box here is nothing as yet. That will be the dog box when we get a new pup. So dog bowls, leads, harnesses, toys, all that sort of stuff. You've probably seen in our little pan around, we've got our stickers fitted there. So we think they look awesome. Let us know what you do. They do look sort of in the middle of nowhere at present, but there is going to be the big Camac windows each side right at the end of our beds, and the other side in this front area will be the dog window, so that basically once the windows are done it'll all look proportional. Panning around the back here, we're running the King's shower tent. Basically folds out off the back of the car right to this corner here. There's going to be a drawer. Obviously we haven't got the drawers done yet, they're just plastic storage tubs. There's going to be a drawer in this corner which will house all your soap, shampoo, toothbrushes, all of that sort of stuff. And the shower door is right there, undercover, very accessible, very practical we think anyway. Literally as you would have saw in the setup video there, pull a pin and it folds out off the back of the car. In the back here will be the bracket for the actual shower head, which will happen when we get all the hot water system and everything plumbed in, which is now going to be on the road. At the back of the car we just got a spare wheel. Yes, it needs replacing, it's not a matching tyre, so that's coming soon. Spare wheel, we got our 2 fuel fillers. They're still the same tanks as before, so the one on the right is the front tank at 100 litres, the one on the left is the rear tank at 200 litres. And then just our light board on the back here with housing our reverse camera. Up from underneath is the 12-pin caravan trailer plug. We don't have a gas fridge on that in the van obviously. We run the 12-pin because I hate having all different plugs on the back, whereas running the 12-pin I can run the standard 7, and then in the 12-pin side of it I can use a positive negative to the camera, and the AV leads, cut them and run them through the trailer plug as well. So it's one plug does camera and all our lights. So that's on there. I've still got to put compressor outlets on the back. I'm hoping to do that in our, I think that camera's facing up. Let me just see how that, there we go. I'm hoping to do that in Townsville when we get up there, or Rockhampton, or one of those. That's yet to come. We've got our table on the side here, sits on beautifully with our Ziggy. We've just come down to the Burnout River here in Bundy. Thought we'd come down and give everyone a look here, set up, have some lunch, all that sort of stuff. so we're going to be frying some chicken up on that later. Obviously we've got the pop top. We've made the pop top there running the Safari material. It's just exactly the same as your pop top caravans run. So we've put that around there with, as you can probably see, the D-rubber seal as well. The seal isn't overly important because if water gets through that gap, the canvas is stopping it anyway. So it's not overly important, and it lifts up beautifully on its own. Now this side, we've got our sticker there too. So we've got a sticker on both sides, and as I said, these will be a big window each side here. We're running still running our two 60-litre companion fridges. I showed in an earlier video quite a while ago now that we had got a Evercool 80-litre. We've actually gone back to our 60. It just didn't work for us. It had a detachable lid, which was sort of a pain on the fridge slides, and it just wasn't practical for us. So we've gone back to our companion, Old Faithful. And then we've got our chairs here. This will be a dog box, so the chairs will be in the back once we do get a pup. But basically, in travel mode, the table sits on the back. I'll show you that once we've packed up. Ziggy sits in the front, so this whole area is nothing but beds. We haven't managed to get the mattresses yet. Things just haven't aligned for us. But the beds will always be made, always set up, ready to go. We've got the lights in the top there. So we've got all our lights now. They're just two switchable LED interior lights from Rotec Marine. Just switched on our switch panel here and on the lights themselves. So drawers, obviously this side, aren't made yet either. It's all going to be stuff that happens on the road. If I take these chairs out, at least one or two of them, I can show you the compressor. Like I said, we'll go into brands and why we haven't gone down the route that everyone else does with stuff in the next video, because I think if I do that now, it's just going to get too long, and you know, no one likes a long boring video. So compressor is housed in the back there, just a twin cylinder King's compressor. It is our second one of them, and I do love them. But this side here, we've got our under tray boxes. That box there currently is Isabel's wet play toys, like all her pool toys and you know, all that sort of stuff. Goggles and snorkels and flippers, or fins, whatever you call them. Our guards, this box here has all of our spare parts in it. So if anyone has followed us or seen our spare parts and what we travel with, all my spare parts are in that one, and all of my tools are in that one. Like your tools you don't use all the time, grinder, drill, deep sockets, all that sort of stuff. My easy to get at tools that I use all the time, my sockets and ring spanners are behind the seat, and all my grab packs of electrical fittings and some plugs, all that is under the seat. That way if we do have to help anyone, it's really easy to get at. So that's basically this side, everything's sussed there. And obviously we did our exhaust. Hopefully you can see it under there. I think I showed it before. But it's running 4 glass pack mufflers, 2 on each header, and then out each side just with the cross pipe in the middle. Basically we wired the winch up, so we have a working winch now, which is awesome. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully we get to use it one day. But I forgot to say, in this side here, so up the top here is the Ziggy. Also, you know, Jaffa line, big camp oven, our Sweets camp oven. Down the bottom here is my tools bag, so that's got all my Allen keys, screwdrivers, all that sort of stuff. Recovery kit, and then on top of that there's just our ladder, telescopic ladder. Behind that is welding helmet, you know, gloves, M's welding clothes. Oh, excuse me. All of that stuff. So basically, water-wise, we carry 3 54-litre water tanks. I think they're 52 or 54-litre water tanks. Basically, when you know we want to be able to leave the van and we want to go do the deserts and everything just in this without the van. We hate towing the van. We don't like it at all. The van's basically with us because we're not just doing a lap like a lot of people. We're on the road indefinitely. You know, we're at 4 years now and we're never looking back. So We want this to be able to do everything that we can without the van, and then when we get sick of it, we can go back to our luxuries in the van. So water wise, I know it looks a bit agricultural, but I've got this here on the front for our water filler. Click on your tap here and you can fill any one of the 3 tanks depending which one you turn on. Water pump sucks out of the top here depending which one you turn on as to which tank it sucks out of. So you can suck out of all 3 tanks at once or individually to monitor what you've got, what you're using. But you know, 150, 170 litres of water is going to do us no matter what we want to do, so you can always get water. But I think that's a nice little walk around. If I have missed anything or anything you do want to know, just leave it in the comments, and I will try and answer everything, because like I said, we built everything on this car, so there's nothing on it that we don't know. But I'm gonna have a sit down, enjoy this beautiful view. We're hoping there'd be some boats run up and down. There's always boats and people skiing, because that would have been awesome. But we're gonna sit down, have a natter, maybe have some morning tea. We've got some fresh pineapple and some fresh watermelon there, so gonna have a bit of a feed. And then we might cook some lunch up later, but I'll see you in a minute. So we're just cutting up morning tea, and I forgot when I was just taking you around the car, I didn't say about any of the power stuff. So I might climb in later and give you a look. I should probably see it in there. So that's basically our power box in there. On the right you got your Selfie, DC-DC, then the AC-DC. On the left there's a fuse box. On the bottom corner over there you got your mains to be able to flick power off to everything. I have stressed in all of our systems how important it is to have a main battery isolator to be able to cut everything.
Yep.
And then we're just running the 200 amp hour lithium there, and then behind that lithium is our start cranking battery. So we'll go over all that full depth, like I said, brands, everything, next video. But tell you what, look at that. Look at that for morning tea, guys.
Fresh.
Fresh as. How good does that look?
Yum.
Now, anyone out there that loves pineapple, obviously you've got different whatever.
I think let's just
Varieties.
go variety.
Different varieties of pineapple. Most people these days only know of the hybrids. But I tell you what, if you can ever get your chance to get onto roughs, it's what I grew up eating on a pineapple farm.
Note they are a little bit smaller, but
They're a lot smaller, but a lot better flavour, guys. They're insane, a lot harder to get. But we're gonna eat that, and then we might go for a toddle. We'll go for a walk.
Yeah.
And then it'll be time to start filming next week's video until lunchtime. So see you soon. G'day guys, we're cooking lunch now. We're so what are we having today? We're having wraps.
Wraps.
Look at me, see how I'm standing here like I'm cooking? How awesome is that? So anyone out there is gonna think, oh look at him cooking lunch. So we're gonna have wraps with chicken and bacon, all the salads.
Yep, and the chicken is mango, ginger and kaffir lime seasoned chicken.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's all we're having for lunch.
Yep.
One of the benefits of having all this on board, ready to go all the time, is you can pull up whatever you want and cook whatever you want.
Yeah.
But we're going to cook this up. I might even give you a look when it's all cooked, give you a look at our wraps.
Our wraps, for sure.
But we'll see you soon. Alright, so lunch is all cooked. Look at that. Hope that shows.
Oh, here.
Oh, look.
Disassembled. I'm still about to wrap mine.
Look at that.
Chicken and bacon.
And then we've got to clean that. But we're going to have some lunch. And then I've got to clean this and I might pack everything up. And before we go, I'll give you a look at everything packed up in its spot where it all goes. But I'm going to stop holding this and eat it. See you soon. Alright, I just thought I'd give you a quick look, like I said, at it all packed up before we go. So chairs sit in here nicely. That's all 3 of our chairs. Obviously they'll just go in the back when we do get another pup.
Yeah.
But for now, that's the spot for the chairs. Roof's down. Everything's all packed away. In the back we got the table here. So it's just simply take that strap off and it's just saddled in there. Nice spot for the table. Isabel's bike you would have saw before, it's just always in there. And then little Ziggy goes up in the top here with all that, so like I said, the Jaffa line, camp ovens, everything's in that one spot, all our cooking gear. So that's basically our new setup, guys.
Yeah.
So that's the first time we've used it. We've had lunch, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, lunch and smoko and...
So
Oh, that's you, bud.
we've had lunch and everything down here. So, hey, we forgot to say too, the stickers we got from Sign Max here in Bundy. The sticker quality it seems to be really good. We said we had to make sure they're all UV rated vinyl, so they made it out of the stuff that they literally make wraps for cars out of.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much
That's
all
all
the
we'll
positives.
say about that.
They weren't exactly prompt. From the day of us saying we wanted them till the day we got them was like, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, thereabouts.
The guy we initially dealt with wasn't there. He was off sick, and I don't know, they must only have one person in the workshop that can do anything.
Everything went on a standstill for about 3 business
Days while he was away, which wasn't real good. But other than that, they fitted them up instantly. As soon as they were done, we drove in, they fitted them up really well. He was a nice...
quickly too.
Yeah,
Nice people.
nice people
really
on that.
Nice people. But
Just prompt is definitely not one part of their motto. But nah, really good. We love them.
yeah.
But we're going to call this one a finish there, and we're going to go start packing the van up because
It's time to hit
a few days and we're back on the road. So we're really looking forward to that, guys. But so don't forget to tune in next week for the second half of this video, which is just a sit down and chat about everything.
Yep.
But we're going to go pack everything and get back on the road. So don't forget to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, any comments, leave them below, any questions you want to ask, all that, you know, just all the normal stuff.
Chuck it through.
But we're going to head home now, and
Yep.
I think it's a bit warm today.
It's a bit hot today. We're like
Once we're sweating.
28, nearly 30 degrees, I think the real feel might be today, because it's
Yeah.
a bit cloudy. Oh, not that you can see it, but out behind where Ray is
Yeah.
there,
It's all cloud.
it's a bit cloudy. So
We'll go home and have a cool off and clean everything up.
yeah.
We'll see you next week.